Um, you know, here we are, and I am a huge fan of Buckley's cough syrup for a very long time. And if you take the, it's like a guilty pleasure. I take the tiniest little sip, and maybe I do that, during this flu season. I'll do that before I go to bed, and it's like drinking Vicks Vapor Rub, but it's magical. But it's off the shelves, like all other cough syrup. It's extremely hard to find right now, and I miss it. And I'm not even, for other, it's a serious thing for a lot of people. So I'm thinking breath. Let's we'll open ourselves up, and I'm just gonna, go ahead. I'm just gonna change the camera angle. There we go. Okay, so as I say that, before we even start with that, just pause and notice your breath. Maybe you notice, you'll maybe give a little count as you inhale and notice how much you can get. And when you breathe out, notice that number and just kind of build a baseline for a moment. Okay, and then before we drop too much into the breath, let's start with this simple hitting. And, if you're in your space, you add voice a little bit. Hard and vibrational energy. Yes, good. Okay, and then rest your hands for a moment. Maybe take a breath in and out. Just notice if things have shifted a little bit. Okay, then we're going to take the strap, and I have mine. I have this magical loop on one end, and I have a little loop here. You don't need that. If you have a loop already in your strap, don't worry, you can leave it. I'm going to take it behind the back. It's going to go right at the soft of your waist, the small of your waist. So not on bones, on soft part. Okay, and then we're going to cross it. And so you'll just hold it lightly. Because I have these nice little loops, I'm going to put my hands in the loops. But you just hold it however, and just kind of keep it loose. Take a breath or two. Okay. So you can already feel. We're just going to start to play with that. So as you inhale, you let the strap just be loose. And then as you exhale, you're going to tighten it. Okay, and so you pull it as tight as it feels good, but you let it be free as you inhale. And we'll just do this a few more rounds. Soften your eyes, your jaw, and even start to play with the body into the strap a little bit. So just being very aware of this center point. Opening it up, and maybe you take the strap a little bit tighter as you exhale. You're zipping up your jeans in the 80s. One more, and then just let the strap, you can drop or sit loose and feel. Drop into that, and then even as you inhale, maybe give a count and see if things have shifted. Good. So we're going to do that same thing, and we're going to go up high as time. So you'll take your strap up as high as you can, right underneath the underarms. So it kind of goes over the breasts if you have them. And then it's the same thing. So we just kind of hang out here for a moment. Just feel the strap starting to just move. You have it as comfortably tight. And then drop your jaw, your eyes, and start to use the strap. So as you exhale, you go a little tighter. Then we get an extra bonus of a breast massage. You can play with where you have your hands. Maybe you press out a little bit and be playfully curious here. Okay, and just do maybe 2 or 3 more. Okay, let this be your last one. Get as tight as you can, and then release, and just be with the breath. Okay. Now with this nice opening now, we're going to Om 3 times. So bring your hands together or rest them on your heart or wherever you like. Close your eyes, lengthen, bow your chin. Feel into your expanded breath. Sorry about that. Okay. And then a full inhale to lengthen. Let's release this breath completely. We'll inhale fully to begin. Oh. Bow your chin, release your hands. Okay, one more moment here. I just wanted you to take another inhale, count it, feel it, and release it. Okay, all right, let's get out of this sit. I'm going to move into a downward facing dog to stretch the legs. You can do whatever else you like. Okay, and let's see, while I'm setting up, to move into downward dog, maybe we'll put a blanket down in the middle of your mat for your knees. Oh, wow, let's bring the blocks forward too. Okay, all good, all good. Just bring the blocks forward. Blanket down. Take a downward facing dog. You're there. If you want a few moments in a child's pose. Okay. Forward fold. Whatever works. It's eventually coming into this. And okay. You feel the lengthening from the mid. We first put the strap right at the waist. So you push into the hands and you send the tush back and the thighs back, and maybe you wiggle your tush a little bit. And then keep everything planted and extend the crown of the head. If you can make your spine longer here, just play with that a little bit, that idea. You can't make it longer. Maybe we can make it straighter. Okay. From here, we're going to walk the hands back, move into a forward fold for a few moments, bend your knees, separate your feet a little wider if you like. And just hang for a moment or two, and grab hold of your opposite elbows if you like, and kind of sway side to side or just hang out. And we'll place your hands back on the floor and walk them forward. You come back into your downward dog. And once you're in downward dog, take maybe 2 or 3 breaths here. Maybe you lift and lower the heels, and bend your knees a lot. Just move in a way that feels very present. Lower down onto our hands and our knees. We're going to keep the toes tucked under for a moment. Just send the hips back. Nice big in and out. And come up to your hands and knees, put the tops of the feet down. Let's give a couple of wake ups. And then from here, I'm not in child's pose. My ankles are right behind the knees or skin line. I'm just going to take it back again. We're just moving whatever way. Okay, from here, let's put your mind in your feet for a moment. Let's have the heels in towards each other. And imagine you can make your feet long. So if you bring the heels in and maybe open the toes, extend. Come back up here, hands and your knees. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, send the tush back. Inhale and come up. Tops of the feet down and exhale. And we'll do that. Inhale, come up. Tuck the toes. Back. And one more time. Tops of the feet. Come up to your hands and your knees. Okay, pad up your knees as much as you need. Maybe with a bolster. Good. We'll move into cat cow. We'll arching the back and rounding whichever way you start. Just being very present here. Shoulders move. Opening yourself and moving with your breath. So we're connecting movement and breath. No space to overthink. Maybe two more. Okay. It's going to come back to downward dog. If you want to take child's pose, that's always fine. And just from here, bring the big toes to touch. Extend your right leg up to the sky and feel like that right heel connecting to your right heel of your hand. Get nice and long. Press the left thigh down. And then switch legs. Same thing. Stretching and opening. If we can, create more space for the breath with the arms over your head as they are now, and the leg extended. Okay, bring it down, and I'm going to come to sit for a moment. And just from here, you might want to roll your wrists a little bit. I'm sitting on my heels. You sit however you like. And okay, we're going to count the breath again. So just kind of calm yourself. If the breath is, it was a lot, maybe not. And then when you feel ready, as you inhale, just give it a count. Notice if anything's changed or maybe you've gone back to your first number. All good. Okay. Good. And then open your eyes. All right, we're going to move into a bent knee lunge. I'm going to use the blocks. Let's see, I'll keep the left leg as it is and step the right foot forward. Okay, and then once you're here, friends, just open it up a little bit. So you might walk that left knee back. Okay. Just do this like we do a few times. Good. Let's just go very slow for the last one. So you're very conscious of all the movement. You might even close your eyes. How's that? And then we'll meet in bent knee lunge. Okay, I'm going to take that left leg and just turn it. And then, bring your blocks forward so that now we come into this side. And we're going to do the same thing. So you might wiggle your right foot forward. You just kind of find it. How can I move here? So I put the blocks right in front, but if that's too much, you bring the blocks over to the angle, just opening up the hips. The blocks are just there to support you. Wherever they go is good. Okay. And then we're going to come back to the bent knee lunge. So walk it on back. Okay. I'm going to shore it up a little bit. So you can see I brought my knee forward. I have hip over left knee. And we're going to come up. And you might put your hands on your thighs, your hands on your hips. Maybe arms up to the sky. I'm going to breathe here. So with some anchoring happening. Good. Okay. And then we'll take the hands back down, bring the knees together. And then I'm going to tuck the toes under and just sit for a moment. Just for one moment of, here we are before we switch sides. Okay, and we're going to switch sides. I'll take the right knee's going to stay where it is, left foot comes forward. And then here, I know I can walk that right thigh back a little bit. So create space for yourself. That could be walking the left foot more to the left, putting your blocks higher or lower. So we're going to really slow. Close your eyes if you like find the joy here. Oh, so joyous. And once you come into the lunge, you'll pivot that right foot, bring the blocks inside wherever they need to go, and then we'll move side to side. So, here I see I'm keeping my foot on the floor, but that's a different stretch. So lift the left foot or keep it planted. And we're opening up the inner thighs. Yeah. Okay. And bring it into the lunge. Come back around. Okay. And then make it a little smaller if you need to. And come on up, wherever that is for you. Hands on thigh, on hips, up in the air. And just lift yourself up if you're here, wherever you are. The heart is lifting. You feel yourself anchored. Maybe the tush has to move back a little bit. And lift your right arm and press the right knee down a little more. And then release. Good. Let's step the right foot forward and come back to a forward fold. You can rock your feet back a little bit. Like you don't have to be right at the front of your mat. Just drop in here. Feel your feet. You need to bend your knees. Honor that. Maybe you want to rock a little bit, sway a little bit side to side. Okay, and then we'll come all the way up. I'm going to sit down to the legs, hands to the thighs or to your hips, or reach them up to the sky. And then just exhale and stand here for a moment. Okay, I'm going to take tree pose. So you need a wall, you need a chair, whatever you need, grab it. Yeah, and then pause for a moment on your 2 feet. Lift your heart, feel equal weight in the feet before we go to off balance. As much as you can. Okay, and then we'll shift the weight onto the right foot. Anchor down, bend the left. Yeah, find your tree. Oh, glory be in 2023. We take our first tree. Okay, if you're wobbling today, say, wow, good to be alive. Good to be alive. All that oscillating, all of that, we're training our brain. Okay, now I'm going to take the left hand, I'm going to put it on the left thigh or the left hip. I'm going to reach up higher through the right side, really anchor. Woo! Falling, all of that is good, good, good. Honor it. Be it. Smile. One more breath. And then maybe you shake it so you really make it challenging. And then we come out, it's all inner child play. Okay, just give glory for a moment. And then we'll find tree pose, second side. So really put the mind in the left foot, plant it, open the right, climb your tree, wherever she be in 2023. Knowing that every day is different. I mean, we're in the energy of the full moon. That means, we're retaining more water than we will in the new moon. We're affected by it. So maybe that's the reason you're wobbly today. Okay, I'm going to take the right hand, dance it down. See if I can get longer and stronger through the left side. Anchor the right foot into the leg, even toes on the foot, you know. It all counts. It's all deposits in the bank of your, you know, brain gym wellness. Okay, I'm starting to flow, dance my way out. And then we'll pause. Okay, just as you are. Let the breath settle. Okay, and then exhale completely. As you inhale, count, let it go. All glory be and good. Okay, and then we're just going to move back onto the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Let's pause here for a full breath in. Reach up, press the feet. And as you breathe out, sweep your arms, bend your knees, lovingly bring yourself down. And then I have my hands on the blocks in the highest height. I'm going to anchor the hands, like lift the head and the chest, but this is the half. We're going to stay in the half. So you might bend your knees a lot and feel like, oh, not that I can get my spine longer, but if I push my sit bones away and anchor, bring the crown of the head forward, the shoulders away, and then shore up in the belly a little bit. Maybe the bottom ribs tuck in. And then breathe out and then fold down. You can keep your hands on the blocks if you like. Good. Okay. Move back to bent knee lunge. I'm going to step the left foot forward. Take the right foot back. Oh, maybe I'm going to take my hands off the blocks and we'll practice, you know, coming down. We do. Okay, now we're here. I'm going to make this, I have it like a proposal pose. So I have my hip underneath the knee and we're going to take a twist. You know. Okay, you're here. So hands wherever they need to go. Maybe you reach up and find that length from the right arm, right knee, left hand onto left thigh. And we're going to reach up, press it over to the left with the right arm. Maybe the left knee moves in. And then you look down the outside of your left thigh, turn, let's bring that elbow. Maybe it comes to the outside of the knee and maybe you put the forearm on top. You see, okay? Then I put hand on hand and we're twisting inside. We're moving the shoulder back up. Okay, open my eyes. 2 steps forward and 20 steps back up. Breathe, open. Release. Okay, I'm going to stand up just to get that little bit of extra, you know, play here. You can just come to sit if you like. Stand up if you're coming here. Take a breath. And we'll switch sides. So keep the right foot forward, left foot back. You lower down. And then set yourself up. Nice. Okay, I'm going to reach the arms up. And pause. I take that left arm lifting, left knee connected, right hand to right thigh. Now crescent towards the right. Right knee might move in. And then when you're ready to look down and start to move into your version of twist, whatever that is, you might find your hips want to come forward. You know, pull that right shoulder back, sorry. Maybe you can even look up. Soft eyes. Thank you. And then we'll release. Okay, I'm just going to take your knees back and we're going to come into child's pose. And it's going to be glorious. And now you have your block. So I'm going to put a block underneath your forehead. If you need a bolster, you need more props, you put them in. And just breathing here. And feel as you're breathing and you're resting, softening the breath, that you have that strap around the waist. And you're breathing into it. And one more full breath. And breathe out. very gently, bring yourself upright. Okay, you can just move the blocks out. We're gonna come to sit. We're gonna do some seated twists. So if you want to sit on, you can always fold this, or you could even grab your bolster if you like, but of course, once we're in it, you can prop up even more. And then we'll sit on the blanket with your legs extended. Okay. So you can perch on your blanket. You're like, no, I'm gonna move back a little bit. Share the camera. My eye candy here. Okay. And then maybe you need blocks or your hands on the floor. Just have the feet like you're standing on them. Feel. And I'm going to bend the right knee, bring it in, and then you can create space between the two legs if you feel you need that. You know, for women, sometimes that can be particularly helpful because we tap our hips. And then we'll just hug this in, lift yourself up. And the same way we did for tree pose when, we had one arm lifted, so really feel into that extension. Feel here, as you hug this in, that you can anchor that right sit bone and lengthen, not just the right side, I guess everything, but be with this for a moment. Can you make yourself longer? Okay. And then we're going to take the left hand behind. You can use your block if you like, or on the floor. We're going to lean back a little bit and then twist, turn. Yeah, and now just pop that right elbow to the outside. And here's where you'll feel, oh, I want to walk my right foot back more. That might give you more twist. And really anchoring, lifting, turning. And then don't forget your feet. Like the right foot, it's connected. The left foot is like you're standing on it. Your jaw is soft. Maybe you turn your eyeballs all the way to the right. Now breathe like you're in Shavasana. Is that possible? Try it. One more breath. Okay, and then release. Good. I'm going to walk this right foot in because we're going to go right to the other side. So now I have my foot is pretty close to the left leg. Just sit. And then we'll take the right hand behind. You can lean back a little bit. Maybe you need some room. We'll start to turn. The left hand can hold this, in front of the knee, shin. And you're pulling it in as you twist. The right hand might walk behind you more. Open the right shoulder. And then you can stay like this, or if you want to put the elbow to the outside of the knee, you can. But not if it takes extra tension into the left shoulder. So I do have my elbow to the outside of the knee, and I just turn the palm to face as if it's looking behind me. Okay. And then see if you can find this long spine idea as much as you can. Oh. Okay, now I'm going to turn the eyeballs all the way to look to the right. Two more, three more breaths. Really breathing into this twist, even though it's heavily restricted here. Okay, and then release. Good. Bring your feet together into Baddha Konasana. And you can put your hands on the floor behind you or onto your feet if you like. We're just going to really be open for a breath or two here with the feet together. Even if your knees are lifted, maybe you hold them. Just let everything be open. One more breath. Okay, we're going to take forward fold. I'm going to do it in Baddha Konasana. If that's not comfortable for you or you want to add your props, you do that. Okay. I'm going to throw a blanket on my feet and put the block there. And that's just going to hold the block. So if this works for you to come into forward fold with the head supported, you might like this setup. If it doesn't work, you just move yourself very gently into this. Wherever you go. And I have my hands on the floor. I'm just using that as support. You might slide forward. Feel that this forward fold is about being with the breath and a little bit of a cat pose, a little bit of an arching back. Fill yourself up. And one more breath. Sigh it out. And then maybe keep your eyes closed, walk yourself upright. And we open your eyes. So let's keep it very soft as we move to the second side, and you know what's coming. We'll stretch the legs out. You want to take a little interlude and massage your legs, like a nice thing. And then we'll bring the left foot in. And it might be far away. You just feel. And we'll take a moment with blocks, no blocks, just sit here. Feel the left sit bone really anchored. And by anchoring that, you might even feel yourself lift up a little taller. Okay, so keep the right hand behind on the floor on a block. Start to turn. Take the left hand, hold on to your left knee here, and lean back. Turn yourself to the right. And then once you feel I've turned, you might walk the right hand back, pop the left elbow to the outside of this left knee. Don't forget to be in your feet for a moment. What are they doing? Like an extension of your guts. You know, your legs are an extension of your guts. And then find your length the other way. Get a little taller from the sit bones, crown of your head. Twisting on the axis almost. And then eyeballs to the right. Stay soft. Turn from your belly a little bit more if you can. I just noticed for myself, the right foot wants to drop out to the right. I just lifted it up. Nice big breath in as much as you can. Sigh it out. When you release, keep the legs as they are. Just sit for a moment. And maybe you walk the left foot in towards the right foot. And you take the left hand behind and lean back. Turn, turn, turn. Right hand to left knee, and then you pull that in. Maybe turn a little more, and the left hand can walk behind you a little more. Turn, and then you can stay like this, or you pop it if you like. Maybe you turn the palm. Oh, did you hear that crack I just got? There's your chiropractic adjustment if that happened to you. You draw the belly in a little bit, maybe you twist a little bit more, but don't, you go to your space. You want to be able to practice, and then to be able to practice again tomorrow, so, or Tuesday. Eyeballs all the way to the left, jaw soft. Take a nice inhale and release from that. Okay, I'm going to bring the feet together again just to get everything open. We're going to come back to forward fold here. So you set up as you like. I'm going to move into turtle pose this time. That's the arms underneath, and head down. And we're going to be like, no, only you know. So if you find your version, if you're here, no worries. I'm just going to, because I do have the calves, the other calves resting on the forearm. I'm going to turn my palms to face up, and then it gets right into the forearm muscle. The fingers will curl in. If you're there, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're here in this forward fold. Your eyes are resting, you're breathing into a full wellness of your wholeness. There's full breath in. Sigh it out, maybe drop in a little more. And almost like, I don't want to. And slowly come out and just sit for a moment. You can cross your legs or stretch them. Okay. So you take a down into your shots, tree pose sitting. So let's start with I'm going to start with the left leg. Bring that in. So you could have tree pose here. We're going to twist it though. So if you want to open it, you're going to just turn, open it a little more. You might adjust your props that you're sitting on. All right, now I've opened it. Here's the next thing. I'm going to take this left foot and I'm just going to turn it so I get more on the top of the foot. If you're here, you just kind of anchor the foot into the leg. Wherever you are, take a moment and just be here. Okay, in the center line. And I'm going to turn to face this right leg. That's the twist. Okay, the toes up as much as you can, and then you can bring the blocks in if you like. We're just going to walk ourselves in. You know, I'm just going to show here. You can put the blocks anywhere you like. You can also use your bolster. Just looking for the twist to happen. You don't have to. You might move to an edge, and you might just rest in it. You're not overworking. Just letting the twist unfold. If you have capacity there to, maybe the left hand goes to the outside of this right foot or right leg. So you might be able to rest your forehead on your knee, tap the chin, and drop it. Okay, and then just really be with the breath. Take one more full inhale. Really sigh it out. And drop in a little bit more. We'll walk ourselves upright. Just going to come to the center point. We're not going to change legs yet. And take a side bend here. Pause. Okay. So lots of different ways to do this. Let's see, I'm putting a block on the inside and outside of the leg. And some of you might want to put your right hand on the outside of the leg. Or if you go on the inside, it's a deeper twist is what happens. Or on the leg, you just kind of see. Okay, and then we're here. I'm going to take the left hand to the left thigh. I'm going to press on right at the top here. I'm going to push the thigh down and out to the left. Down and out. The heel of my hand. And then as you exhale, you'll side bend over this right leg. Okay, here I'm just going to show I have my elbow on this outer leg. I'm going to hold the head, press that thigh. And then kind of drop in on the left hand. You know, if you like that, you can keep the left hand there. You might take it to your heart just as a reminder of like, I'm going to open my heart. I'm turning my hand, get a little extra wrist. And it could go over the head. It doesn't need to, but this is a really nice stretch. Do that for a moment. Okay, I'm going to move my elbow onto the inner thigh, more of a twist. Whatever you are. Okay, and now we're going to take this left hand. I'm going to bring it behind the back. I turn the palm to face behind. I'm going to bring it behind the back. I'm going to anchor the back of the hand into the back and see if I can open the left shoulder. Even lean back, like I'm going to take the heart back, the head back. Okay, all in good time. So you're here now and you're like, okay, I really like this arm behind. I'm going to let the head drop a little bit. But you might also be like, no, I think I preferred it with the arm stretching. So you feel, you know, where you want to be for the next 5 breaths that we're here. We'll go back and forth. Okay, and I'm going to come out like so gently. I'll release the hand and return and face this leg. And then gently walk upright and bask in the afterglow for a moment. We're going to take side bend, opposite side. We're not changing the legs yet. I'm just going to scooch myself forward. I'm going to take the right hand down and just reach. Sorry, it's the left hand. Left hand down. Right arm's going to reach, and I'm going to push that right leg away. Okay, you might come down onto your forearm here. But whatever it is, a forearm could turn, just be in this. Okay, and then I'll release the right arm. I'm taking it all the way down, circling it, and then we're going to come up and bring the legs together. Okay, adjust your props. Mine's come out. It doesn't, you have it. Blocks. Sit for a moment. Then we're going to take a forward fold here with the legs straight. Might turn your thighs in. And then again, just be very kind, if you can use blocks and set them up. Otherwise, this can be very challenging, even though we did a few forward folds. Okay, so I'm supporting my forehead. I have one block on the highest height and the other one's on the second height. When I put the forehead down, the top one's going to do an angle and lift to give a little peak. But if that is too much, this for me is like a 50%. I can be present to the forehead resting and the breath. Almost like it's a rest. You can let your feet relax. Imagine that strap around your mid-waist. And breathe into it. Like you're just almost, I want to say, like a gentle pump. As you inhale, you expand, and as you exhale, you gently draw it in. Let's just take maybe 2 or 3 more breaths. You can let yourself just completely relax, let the breath go if you need to. That's me completely relaxing and just stuff. I'm just going to walk the hands back and very, very lovingly extricate yourself out and come back to sitting. You might even keep your eyes closed now or half open because you know where we're going to go. You take the right leg in, find your opening here. Maybe it's not so open, and maybe it is. Turning the foot, the thighs, the blocks either side, and then just be in the center once you're here. Oh yeah, I see socks going on, all that stuff. It's good stuff. You know it, right? Okay, and then we're going to turn to face this leg, and there's a turn. Turn your body. And then release yourself down. So again, I put the blocks on the highest height, just resting the elbows, hold the arms, and the forehead can rest here. See how that is. Go deeper. This is not the name of the game today is not to go deeper, it's to expand yourself, be more expansive. How can we be in this place and expand our breath in a way that is nourishing, and also using the shape of the pose to hit these places we don't get to very often. So I'm just going to go a little deeper here by taking this right hand to the outside of the left leg if that's available. I know I can rest my forehead on the knee, so I'm going to go there. But there's no strain, no stress. So the breath can be as open and free. And gently, maybe stay for a full breath in and out, and then walk yourself upright. Just take your time. Since we're upright, we're just going to sit for a moment and almost that untwisting, you're unwinding. And then we're going to go side bending. So Again, I'll put the blocks either side of the leg here so I can decide. Once I get in, I'll start with the left hand on the block and the right hand to the thigh, and it kind of moves in and turn it and push it down and away. This was an adjustment. I remember when many moons ago in a yoga class, the teacher did this for me, and I was like, wow, that felt so good, kind of anchored. Okay, you can prop your head if you like. Be here, just receive, and then you feel ready. You know, maybe this right arm starts to reach up and starts to open the right side. You know, here I'm just, it's all fine, but here's the full pose that take the forearm down and I grab hold of the big toe side of his left foot, and then maybe the right hand grabs the outside, but you know, and I'm taking the heart back, everything back. Now I'm going to take this right arm and just sweep it behind the back, dropping the head, a little bit of a neck stretch, and be and bask, enjoy. Maybe this is the medicine you need. Maybe you want to stretch the arm back over. Just be playfully curious. Yoga playroom. Just take a final few breaths here. We lean back a little bit. Okay. And again, I'm just going to take both hands to the floor inside of this leg or outside and turn the chest to face the leg and then come up. So you're just moving slowly and letting the unwinding happen. Okay, and then once we're here, we'll just stretch both legs forward again. You can keep your blocks handy. Okay. Next pose is going to be lying down on the blocks. And I feel like I kind of want to lift up without the blocks first, but if you want to put the blocks in place, that's up to you. From here, just for fun, I'm going to put my hands down, lift the hips and make it into, yeah, okay. And I have this blanket under my head. So you can put a block under your sacrum right away, just lift up or anchor the forearms. Lift yourself up, walk your feet to a place that feels supported. Back of the head anchored. If you're anchoring, if you're on the blocks, bask in that. Okay, feel the inner heel, big toe, ball of the foot, outer heel, baby toe, ball of the foot connecting. Lift your hips as high as you can. Then you bring the chest to the chin, not the other way around. One more breath. Okay, if you have no blocks, lower yourself down. Pause. Maybe if you're on the block, come off the block for a moment. And we'll take our good friend windshield wiper all together here just to move all the stuff. Good. Okay. All right. Okay, let's stretch the legs out. Bring the hands together at the heart. Interlace the fingers. Flip the palms. Extend your arms over your head. Maybe get yourself so long so you can walk the legs away, walk the arms away. Draw the ribs in. So you feel anchored to the floor even as you extend. Nice big breath. Good. Okay, I'm going to bring the hands down. I'm going to bring the knees in. Hug the knees in. Let them maybe rock a little bit in and out. Good. Okay, I'm going to rock and roll here to come up to sitting. So I'm going to do it like 5 times just to massage the low back or the whole length of your spine, whatever it is, and then sit up for Shavasana. So once you come up, okay, pause, feel your breath, expanded breath. Okay, so here's what I'm going to offer for Shavasana today, but no, you can do whatever you like, is that I'm talking about the breath, and I really want to give the chest a chance to open. So I'm going to put the blocks with the bolster on top for a Shavasana 2. Now you can put the blocks on the highest, you can go highest and second, whatever works. You want to have heart supported, head supported. If you need extra head support, you can use your blanket, socks on, all that good stuff. And I'm just going to put this blanket down at the bottom, just kind of fold it in half just to support the feet. Okay, heating pads, if you have one, like I do here, throw it in. Luxury. Okay. I don't, anything else you want? Eye pillow, anything. I'm going to be here at this nice opening. Now we have, just a little bit short of 10 minutes. So if you want to set up here and you're like, this is great, I'm just going to stay here. But if you just want to stay here for a little bit, I'll kind of let you know when you can move into a Shavasana if you like, which could be a flipping around and resting your legs on this bolster and your head on the floor. So we'll get there. Just move my legs into cross-legged, because opening the pelvic floor at this time for me feels really grounding and opening. That would feel nice. And that is. Just allow yourself to rest into your stillness, into your wellness, and into your wholeness. Breathing into the container of you, length, width, and depth. Like your eyes are fluttering a lot. You might take your palms and rub them together, rest them on your eyes as a way of softening yourself in a little. Let's say more quickly. Just let your breath fall into whatever pattern it wishes. Just letting the props in your practice create what the breath needs. If you're happy, stay. And if you'd like to shift into a different shape, I'm just going to shift into that lying down Shavasana just in case I explained it and you're curious. dropping down into the deepest state of relaxation and rest. Feel yourself fall heavy to the earth. Stay in your Shavasana rest even if we close this class, and that's beautiful and lovely, and just stay as you are. You're going to start to awaken. Let's just start with the breath. Gently elongating and breathing fully and releasing fully, consciously. Feeling that breath expand into your lung space. And then maybe into the waist. Finally, feeling the breath expand into your lower abdomen area. And maybe it might be a connection of all three spaces for the next few breaths. You're going to continue finding the movement and the fingers, the toes, the ankles, continuing on to just awaken yourself in a beautiful way. Take your time. It's like you're reconnecting with all the parts. Make your way to your side, rest there for a few moments. Just be in the in-between space, your practice, to whatever awaits you. Resting in your stillness and your joy for a few moments. As you come to sit, I feel one hand on heart, one hand on belly is this offering of wellness that you've gifted yourself with, and just reminding yourself that your intentions are your manifestations. Your words have power. And you can stay with your hands as they are, or join them together as you inhale, lengthen nice and tall, and as you exhale, stay as you are. And we'll seal this practice with our May We Be Blessed mantra and an Om. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy, and may we be happy. Inhale. Om. Breathe into your hands. Put there what you need. And then offer it first to yourself. Lift your chin, open your eyes a lot. And then you get to take all of that put it into yourself where we need it. So much love and gratitude for your presence, your practice. Thank you, friends. Stay, and I'll see you on Tuesday, but not on Thursday. So I'll see you on Tuesday. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of this day. Love.